Quick reminder guys, this is the last month that you can join my Patreon for as little as $2 and still get access to the entire archive before I tidy things up. Welcome back everyone, I hope you're all doing bloody well. My name's Mikey and this is another episode of Draw With Mikey, episode 96. Guys, this is another one of those chill out ones where I'm just sitting down, just got a fresh cup of tea. Do strongly recommend you all do the exact same. And for those of you not in the know, welcome along. This is the midweek series. It's really casual and it's a long one where basically I just get to read through the comment section, guys. It's my opportunity to touch bases with you, answer any questions, see what's going on, ask you guys probably loads of questions as well, and basically just have a little bit of a chill out. So if you've got something that you want to say to me, any questions on the back of your mind or anything like that, get yourself in the comment section below and with any luck, I'll be reading it next time around. Like I say, a bit of a casual chill one. It is a Thursday, guys. Thank you very much for holding on. Usually this particular series is a Wednesday upload, but I've just had a busy week, so just push things back. Another sip of tea. Oh god, that's so good, guys. I'm back on a Yorkshire tea. No one's asking, but I'll let you know. Guys, I, for some reason, was just like, oh, maybe I like Tetley as well. So I bought a load of Tetley tea bags, and as I was, did I mention this last week? And as I was drinking it, I started to think, oh shit, I don't think I'm really into tea that much anymore, because I really wasn't enjoying tea as much as I used to, and I was feeling a bit rough in my stomach. So I got rid of those Tetley tea bags, went back to Yorkshire tea, and all of a sudden I was just like, I found it, I love tea again. Oh god, I must have complained about this last week, but that's such big news to me. I nearly didn't like tea, I just didn't know what to think about things. Anyway guys, what's going on with you? That's more important. Get in the comment section, let me know. I did last week, guys, ask you not what your favourite video game is necessarily, but what video game actually just took up the most amount of your life. So probably I'm going to be reading through your comments and mostly just answering by shouting out various fantastical game names. And also in the background, so basically there's a streamer, another very talented art streamer that I follow on Twitch, who is struggling with a character design with a kind of a wet t-shirt look, and it made me go back and think, right, that wet t-shirt tutorial that we've done is old and janky and horrible on this channel. That definitely needs updating. Really bad tech, really bad quality. But I did just think, right, we need to have a go at drawing a wet t-shirt look again, because I need to make sure I remember how to do it. It's been a really, really long time since I've drawn a character like that. So we grabbed Danny, our OC, Danny Elfman, and had a go live on Twitch, of course, and then separately I came back to it a few days later after getting the basic design down. You'll see where the difference is in the time-lapse footage I've got up. But really I just wiped out the face because I wasn't happy with how those eyes looked. Had another go. Just felt way happier straight away. This is what happens when you paint and think for yourself instead of painting and talking to people at the same time. But it does mean we ended up drawing Danny in a way that kept her tsundere look, but did make her look ever so slightly like a Hotengeki character, which to be honest I'm going to take because I've looked up to that particular art style in a long time, and I think we're getting a little bit closer, my friends. Anywho, what is going on with you? That's way too much me time. I'm really sorry guys, that definitely was far too much. Guys, maybe you're getting your own art done in the background. Tell me all about it. Elmer's Glue says, Pokemon has definitely got to be the game that's eaten up the most of my life, probably to the point of it being unhealthy. Oh man. Red and Blue back in my day, tell me about it. But all of the games have such immersive worlds with lots of shit to do and so much replayability with a little challenge that you can give yourself, like Nuzlocke and such. I have no idea what that is. By the way, you should draw some Pokemon girls sometime. Mikey. Elmer's Glue. We did some Gajinka a while ago. We did a Pokemon girls set. Jesus, I completely forgot about that. That was the closest I'd ever gone to going furry, so I'm not sure if we'll go back there. But then again, my art style's changed a bit. Maybe it would be fun. Oh, I don't know about that one. Anyway, whatever's art says, 100% Dynasty Warriors made my childhood. Oh, Jesus. Dynasty Warriors 3 through 8, because 9 is supposedly as bad as 6, and I don't have the money to test and see, so I left it be. Nice to hear that we're getting a YouTube tutorial. Wait. A YouTube tutorial what? For Dynasty Warriors? Wait, what are you guys talking about? Also, I love how your art style looks in this one. Thank you, man. Oh god, yeah, last week's thing was Monster Hunter Chan. Oh, Jesus, God. Yeah. So, guys, we've started playing Monster Hunter World. It's happened. To celebrate the PC launch, we've started playing it on a PS4, of course, because that's who we are. So if you guys are PS4 players and you're playing Monster Hunter World, then, you know, get in touch. Let me know your ID player tag. I don't know how it works, guys. But yeah, we're getting a feel for it. I really like it. So we did draw Monster Hunter Chan and a Palico last time around. I think I'm going to draw her again because we've actually been buffing up some bone armor, everybody. So God, yeah, there's just loads and loads of things that you can kind of get into design wise and draw from that game. Anyway, thanks for being down to read the comments. It means a lot from a small artist. But here is another paragraph. So in exchange, plug that Patreon now, Mikey. Oh, whatever's art. Thank you so much. Sorry, guys. I can tell already this is going to be one of those weirdly rambling ones. It makes very little sense to you as a person listening in, but I am still reading a comment, I promise. So the Patreon plug. Actually, it's fine. I made a really quick Patreon intro at the beginning of this episode, so we're covered. Basically, guys, you know, get in there now, get the good stuff. Akemi Homura says, Monster Hunter Unite, StarCraft 1 and 2, and Call of Duty 4 and Monster Hunter World 2, or Modern Warfare 2, I've got it, are among the games that I spent the most time playing. Akemi Homura, thank you very much. Sticky Peachful asks, do I ever put butter in my tea? Sticky Peachful. Yeah, you must have been here like a few weeks ago, surely, when I gave that a go. And we've moved over to coconut oil in the tea. Oh, no, wait, that was coffee, sorry. In my tea? Jesus, no, absolutely not. No, 100% not. Oh, no, not to the tea. To the coffee, maybe, but not to the tea, mate. Sage Fowler says, I put an unhealthy amount of hours into Borderlands 2. Super solid. It's super solid and hilarious. It's a looter shooter FPS if you haven't played it. And also, Mad Moxie would make a sick fan art Friday. Mad Moxie. Long live the SAS! Long live the fighters! I'm just going for... Because Sage Fowler, Fan Art Friday, you've done really well to call it that. I'm just going to put Mad Moxie into another Google search really quickly, just to see what's going on. Oh, wow, she's really interesting Mad Hatter type. Oh, okay, cool. Just going to come back to the chat on the other tab. It's just occurred to me, guys, there's quite a few comments this time around, so I'm going to try to power through and just bust out as many of you guys as I can. Nikari Mizuki says, thank you. I still can't thank you enough for your kind words on my art stuff. Oh, Nikari, no worries, dude. That must have been from when we were on the live stream. And Ryder2KX says, hey, Mikey. Hello, Ryder. How's it going? I am about to try a marathon of your How to Draw episodes from the beginning. Wish me luck. Hashtag sip of coffee stroke tea. Hashtag hard care crew. Oh, my goodness. Hard care. That's some really powerful care home stuff. Bob Winner says, EverQuest. It was the best MMORPG of all time. Bob Winner. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people saying about EverQuest, but never gotten into it myself. Oh, by the way, Ryder, I'm fine. How you doing, man? Baba Booey Rose. Baba Booza Rose. Baba Booey Roozy. Oh, I don't know how to say it correctly, but it looks really juicy. Hey, Mikey. Hello there, BBB. Amazing work as usual. Thank you very much. I enjoy watching this whilst I cook with a cup of tea. Yes. But a game I've played my whole life on was the Mortal Kombat series. I started playing at a ripe age of 7 years on a PlayStation. Nice. And it's been my favourite game ever since. That and Tekken. Hashtag hardcore crew. Hashtag sip of tea. I'm sure I talked about Tekken 3 last time. AJ's Drawing Studio says, Pirates of the Caribbean Online. What? I've never heard of that. I spend all day of a week playing it, and I might suggest an ongoing manga series called Sin by a lovely gentleman called Quirkalicious. Hashtag hardcore crew. Is that going to get me in trouble? What kind of online manga exactly are you recommending? I'm just going to go back into another tab. Guys, I don't know why, I've just got this feeling that I'm definitely not paying attention, or that I've forgotten something really important. Do you know when you have that feeling, and I'm just kind of going with the flow of your comments, and I really do feel... Oh my god, this artwork is fantastic, by the way. Yep, great suggestion. Absolutely great suggestion, dude. Oh, that's juicy. I'm going to leave that tab open and come back to your comments. Oh, why do I... Anyway, guys, if you feel like I'm missing something, or I've literally just like skipped a comment or something, I've just got that feeling. It's raining down so hard that I've definitely missed out. Like, it'll turn out that my microphone's not plugged in, and that'll be the little feeling that's been at the back of my head. I'll find that out in about an hour's time. Or you're listening to this, in which case it turns out we're okay. Lineage 2 says, Kusava, of course, guys, you're just throwing out these video games and your personal experience and history that's eaten up the most of your lives. So again, it doesn't have to be the longest game in the world, but just one that you've spent the most time in, that maybe you've just kind of logged through sheer replay value, like I did with Resident Evil 2. Si tan solo supera inglés. Kidito, yes, I'm so sorry we're only in English. Maybe one day we'll reach a point where the algorithm can understand my terrible voice enough to actually put things into Spanish subtitles, but we're just not there yet. Lo siento, amigo. Thomas Truce says, brilliant drawing yet again, thank you very much. And Contemplate Tech says, greetings, Mikey. Greeting, Contemplate. How you doing? I would have to say that the game I just keep going back to is Jet Grind Radio on the Sega Dreamcast. Jesus, wow, okay, dude. Fun game, and the music style is out the wazoo. Glad to have been able to catch your streams on Twitch. Thank you for popping in. Also, for art programs, I was using Krita and liking it, but when I started fighting my second screen, I started to use media. Oh, it started fighting your second screen. Oh, Krita doesn't like an extended desktop, does it? Media bang, and I'm actually liking it. Thanks for being awesome. No worries. Try to keep it short. Hashtag Hardcore Crew. Hashtag Mortal Kombat. Oh, I'm having a little burp to myself. That is disgusting, but that's the true nature of the show, guys. If you're going to drink a lot of tea and talk really quickly, you're going to do some tea burps. It's just how it is. And I'm not going to edit them out because that's not this kind of show. Early Squad. Oh my god, that anime you are indeed. Very early on in the posting. And Alex Shinobi as well said that you've improved a lot. Thanks, you're a hero. Oh, Alex. Dude, that's super kind. Big Board, if it sounds like I'm ignoring your comments, maybe this is what I'm worried about. If it sounds like I'm ignoring or glossing your comments, it is because I'm constantly hunting out for the names of video games as well. But in my fairness, oh Jesus God, I'm having a breakdown. In my defense, guys, I have just, before watching this, pretty much just watched the entire first season of The Walking Dead. 6 episodes back to back. That's 6 45-minute episodes. And you know what? Like, maybe I've misremembered it, but not much happens in The Walking Dead. Like, per episode, not much actually happens. There's a lot of group decision making. Let's have a vote on it. Let's talk about what we're going to do about so-and-so. In the first season, I know things really kick off after they leave the farm in season 2, so maybe season 3 onwards gets good. But yeah, I've just been sitting there just mapping out for another film cram thing, so maybe that's what's on my mind. Anyway, guys, sorry, enough about me, more about, I'm rubbing my eyes right now, more about you guys in the comment section. Should we make this episode run over? More than an hour? No, better not, even though there's so many comments. Oh! Okay, that's enough teasing and delaying. Tyler Harris says, definitely Final Fantasy X. I spent probably 500 plus hours of my childhood playing and replaying that game over and over, not to mention hours playing a HD remaster on a PS4, by far my favourite and most memorable video game. Tyler Harris. Yeah, I've mentioned this before, but my friend went on holiday for 2 weeks, lent me his PlayStation 2 of Final Fantasy X, and told me what date he was coming back from holiday to pick it up. And I hardcored that game for 2 weeks, like, just waking up and playing it as much as possible. And I swear to God, I got to the final, I think the penultimate boss, where all of your Aeons come out and they become dark Aeons, and you have to fight them on a giant sword in this Neverworld sort of space inside Sin. I was literally up to there and he came back to pick it up. So I've never technically completed Final Fantasy X, but I have played the game almost to full completion. Almost, but not quite. Graphic designer Yamshedpur says, hello Mikey. Hello Yamshedpur. I'm from India. Oh, awesome dude. And I'm a huge fan of you and your art. Thank you. Sir, make a tutorial on how to colour a manga character. Yes, colour tutorials on the horizon, don't you worry. Quicksilver, spelt really cool, says, hey Mikey, in advance, sorry for the long comment. Oh my goodness. Oop, my goodness, that is a long old comment. So basically you're saying Paint Tool Size is your free go-to program. You're going to try to catch the streams and you're all about that tea, excellent. And you played a lot of Pokemon, Sonic, and Danganronpa. They're the one to ate up your life. Dude, bloody hell, effort. Danganronpa, people are saying it a lot to me. It's going to be on the go sometime. Tori Graham says, on stream I've spent 31 hours playing Psychonauts. Psychonauts! Tori Graham! Are you talking about that, like, really old, it's like a fucking point and click adventure that struggled to get an English translation, and it's like just an absolute, oh my god, I think I know what you're talking about. I think I know what dude, I'm really excited that you've mentioned Psychonauts. Thank you. 35 hours playing Skyrim, both on a different platform. I also draw using Paint Tool Sai. Right, guys. So obviously what I've done last episode and completely forgotten was ask you guys what free drawing software are you using, because I'm also stealing your ideas for that as well. So thank you. I'm hearing a lot of, wait, so what do we have? That's the thing. Oh my god, guys! I'm so sorry. This is like, if you guys listen to a lot of the Draw With Mikey episodes, it's like an insight into my slow deterioration. That was the thing. I was just like, oh, people keep mentioning Psy in the comments. It was because I wanted to take down your suggestions for free drawing software, and it was like on the back of my head. So what do we have? We had MediaBang mentioned. Paint Tool Psy, we know all about that. And Krita, but Krita maybe doesn't work well with extended desktops. Oh god, that feels so good. It's like getting the closure. Do you know, brilliant. What a day to be alive, guys. Everybody, give yourself a pat on the back if you've made it this far through life. If you've made it this far, you're doing all right. That was the closure I really needed. It's not the closure he deserves, but the closure he needs. Destom UW says, Clonoa Door to the Phantomile was the game that I played non-stop. It was a PlayStation 1 game, but we didn't have a memory card. Oh no! Oh, that is a genuine terrible thing to hear. So it was my job to play through to the point that we got up to, so that my sister could play the new levels. Oh, that's so sweet. Like, you were the one who was really good at the game, and you'd play all the bits that your sister had already done so you could get her up to where she was last playing the game. That is charming. And yeah, oh my god, could you remember? Kids, you don't know you've been born, I fucking tell you. Right, you buy a console back in my day, and sure, even today you only get one controller, so you got to buy a second controller, sure. Back in my day you had to buy memory cards, alright? If you didn't have a memory card, you were fucked. Literally, Final Fantasy came with a little. Final Fantasy 7 came with a tiny little book that says, "Do remember to buy an official PlayStation memory card because you cannot defeat this game without it." Oh my god! One sitting Final Fantasy 7. Has anybody done that? There must be speedruns. Oh, sorry. I'm literally just having a massive reaction to the world of having to buy memory cards. And if you had an N64 and you wanted to play Perfect Dark, you had to buy the fucking expansion slot, and you needed that for Majora's Mask. And mine was a dodgy copy, which meant Majora's Mask crashed all the time, and I barely was able to play the game. Triggered. Alright, it's over, guys. This DWM episode is over. I'm going to stop it. I'm just going to go off and get in a fight somewhere. Daniel Hernandez says, "Hey Mikey." Hello Daniel, I have a suggestion for you. You should draw Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid, since you don't draw male characters much. Yeah, I need loads of practice with them men, absolutely. Boyos. I figured this would help you out, and for female characters I'd say Meryl or Sniper Wolf. Hashtag sip of tea, hashtag hardcore crew. Daniel Hernandez. Thank you for the suggestions. I have made a note alongside my list of drawing softwares. Kanoko says, according to Steam, I've spent 1,200 hours on TF2. TF2? Oh, Jesus, I'm so sorry I'm being stupid. What does that stand for? Titan Fowler 2? TF2. Team Fortress 2! Okay, there we go. Jesus, that took me too long. Sorry, guys. Mostly messy. God, does that even exist? I thought that died. Like, you know, Team Fortress was that other game that wasn't Fortnite and that wasn't PUBG and was trying to get popular, but it didn't quite make it like the others. A lot of deathmatching and one-on-oneing you go on, Kanoko to say. Very, very nice. Open Canvas version 6 really upped the ease of use compared to other anime-based drawing programs. Ooh, Open Canvas. Version 6. I've not had that as a suggestion. I like it. Okay, thank you very much. Richblade Dragonborn says, "Hi Mikey." Hello dude, love your work as always. Thank you, too kind. Basically, there's a few games that will still consume a lot of time, like Skyrim. Yeah, that's always a fair one. Dragon Age Origins. I've never gotten into the Dragon Ages. And the second one, the character creation modes, I spent way too much time on. Oh yeah, I'm really bad at that as well. Then you have the dialogue in Dragon Age. You sit there for minutes when you need to make an important choice. Should I let these intruders live or not? Or just shoot one of them? Ooh, and the classic Tomb Raider games as well. Oh my god, when you get stuck. Oh my god, Richblade Dragonborn, you're right. Triggered again. 2 deep triggers in 2 moments. Guys, you do not know you're born today. As well as memory cards. Even worse than that, guys, we didn't have YouTube back then, or the YouTube was not what it was today. Like, yeah, if you got stuck on Tomb Raider and you couldn't work out whether that series of polygons was supposed to be a ledge that you could jump onto, or if it was like an angle going in the other direction and it was just a bit of a ceiling that you couldn't jump onto, you just had no idea. And the like tank controls on Tomb Raider Lara Croft back then were just so heavy, and Oh my god. Yeah, you couldn't just look that up. You had maybe like a weekly fucking PlayStation magazine, like you'd ever trust those bastards to put out a real review of anything, and you'd like hope that maybe there was a guide, or like you get like a free cheat CD stuck on the front. Oh Jesus God. Triggered again. Oh guys. 2 down, 2 for 2. Anyway, yeah, thank you very much for the input too, you're absolutely right. Yeah, Knight of Knee. Oh, Knight of Knee. Says, not drawing at the moment, but painting miniature models for a board game called Gloomhaven. Ooh, very nice. I've never heard of that. You've done quite a few very nice reviews of drawing tablets by now. However, an overview where you rate them between 1 to 5 stars, or 8 E-cups if that's what you prefer, would make it easier to compare them. Yeah, I am going to eventually kind of do a slightly more retrospective look at what non-screen drawing tablet was my favourite out of all of them so far, what actual screen drawing graphics monitor has been my favourite so far as well, because I do get asked that a lot. Just basically, out of all of them, which is the best? Which is a currently evolving thing in terms of an answer, but yeah, there's some options. Also, I've got a Cintiq Companion 2, so I'm probably going to talk about that at a little bit of a retrospective manner as well. Oh shit, I should do that sooner than later. Thank you very much for reminding me. Oh shit, I'm sure I better... Just going to write this down. And then a best of best. Nice. Jake Badeshi says the Super Smash Bros. Series has taken up loads of my life. At least 12,000 hours spread out across the N64, Melee, Brawl and Wii U versions. Oh my god. And you're going to waste more time on Ultimate. Good for you, Jake. Good for you. The Hunter says the game that ate most of my time... actually, I've got hundreds, so I can't clearly point them out, but it'll be probably Monster Hunter and Pokemon. Wow, these are really time intensive. It almost scares me. Like, I really love getting into a good RPG, right? Because I really enjoy that experience. Like, I'm fucking loving The Witcher 3 right now and stuff like that. So I actively do enjoy putting my hours in. But when it comes to games which, how to put it, have a slightly more repetitive experience, like Pokemon, or even just a puzzle game, like... Peggle Blast, Jesus Christ, I swore I'd never mention that name again. Even like things like Column and Tetris. I do wonder, like, if you put too many hours into stuff like that, then I do just start to think, okay, it's not like I've advanced the plot or anything like that. I'm just experiencing the same pleasure that I experienced, which is fine, like the last half hour of the game or the half hour before. There's nothing evolving. And that's when I start to think, okay, if I've played that game for 3 hours, I could have had the exact same experience for 1 hour and done something else with my life for 2 hours. So they're the ones that I do, like mobile games in general, I try to keep away from, because I know that they're going to eat up my life in a slightly different manner. That being said, not on my phone now, but once on my old phone, I did have a like a PlayStation hacking software or whatever, and so I had a ROM with Final Fantasy VII on my fucking phone as an emulator, where it just had like the buttons keys on the screen itself. And that, like, Final Fantasy games, other than not having R1 and R2 in combo, so you have to map those a little bit differently to do like an actual escape from a fight, but other than that, like a turn-based game is ideal on your phone like that. Those train rides just disappeared when you had Final Fantasy on the phone. Good times. Oh my god, sorry guys, I've just gone another little bit of memory lane. Tay TZH says, hey Mikey, so you're asking what game ate up the most of my life? Well, Tay, I asked everybody. Have you ever heard of motherfucking Halo 3? You've gone into caps locks. Halo 3, is it? Okay. Dude, I played Halo 2 on the Xbox. It was like the only Xbox One game I played when it first came out. And immediately I was just like, I don't really like this game. I said it. I found Halo 2 to be boring. That being said, I've never played Halo 1, so, you know, maybe I'm not allowed to have an opinion. But yeah, they've never done it for me, those Halo games. Anyway, I played the shit out of that game, man. No bull. Every single damn day after school, I'd go down to my sister's Xbox and play through the entire campaign from start to finish. Every single day. Oh my god. For I can't even remember. I know the campaign of that game like the back of my hand. Correction. I know it better than the back of my hand. And the multiplayer. My god. Keep up the great work. Peace looks great and your voice is always great for background noise when drawing. Tay, I didn't realise you were going to get so enamoured and impassioned about it, but thank you so much. Let's spread out with some more tea. The Legacy says, hey Mikey, hello dude. I've got to say Diablo 2 took up most of my childhood, way back when I had to log in with the dial-up to play with my friends. Oh my god, I never got my characters to level 99. Oh, don't worry, it's a myth. But me and my friends spent years playing the game. Greetings from North America. Hello Hello to you. Siegfried Singard says, hey Mikey, hello Siegfried, I'm a big fan from the Philippines. Oh, awesome, man. Would you draw a female sexy cyborg battle angel Alita? Sorry, my English is not good. Have a good day, thanks. I love how that's all one really intensive sentence. Yeah, no worries, dude. Battle angel Alita. God, I'm not actually... Well, I probably have, but I've not had her recently as a suggestion that I can remember, so I've just made a note. Kyle Shearman says Pokemon, Minecraft, or Webkins or Neopets is probably on my list of games I've spent the most time on. Neopets, fuck, I think I remember that. And Crisp U says, how many years are you already drawing? Crisp U, super short answer, getting into it for the last 4 years, basically. Jonathan Romany says, hi Mike, I'm from Trinidad. Awesome, dude. I love your videos and they never fail to inspire me. Dude, you are too kind. I hope you're finding the wet t-shirt look in the background today of some sort of use for future stuff. And Lunatic says, but incidentally for me, it's Monster Hunter Tri for the Wii. Oh, wow. So, okay, so I knew Monster Hunter World was the new one, but all of the Monster Hunter series are called Monster Hunter and then a different word. So it sounds like it's not Monster Hunter 1, Monster Hunter 2. It's Monster Hunter Tri, Monster Hunter World, Monster Hunter Tobago. Who knows? Anyway, you played that for a child when you were... Oh, for 3 years. Literally every day, every hour that I could invest. Oh my god. You know what? I'm discovering like some real dark stories here. I would put into the game. Me and my brother... Although, to be fair, all of these stories seem to come with like me and my siblings or me and my little mate and stuff like that, so it's always kind of cute. Me and my brother were playing together and we did 3-hour shifts for each other. Lunatic, the struggle is real. Me and my mate played Gran Turismo 2 on the PlayStation 1. And like Gran Turismo was good and Gran Turismo 2 is fucking amazing. And in Gran Turismo 2, like I don't think it's a real life 24 hours, but you can do like a 24-hour race. And I think it's something like 6 or 8 real life hours long. And my mate came to spend the night and we just played that in shifts. I know exactly what you mean. Just doing about half an hour of just going round this fucking track in Gran Turismo and then swapping over with your mate in shifts of doing that. Oh, Jesus. I can't believe we did shit like that. Anyway, sorry, I've got my own dark stories after all. The only reason I stopped playing back then was because the servers were shut down because of Monster Hunter Ultimate. Oh no, what? I consider that the day I realised the servers shut down as one of the most devastating I've had in my life. Well, it's just a joke, but you got me here. Yeah, Lunatic, oh my goodness. Yeah, God, you're just invigorating, that's not enlivening, embiggening the soul. It's a perfectly cromulent word. You're just invigorating some memories of my own childhood, really. That's great. Pixel Min says, before I even touched the video, I came across the odd thought of how instead of people reading your name as mikeymegamega, they could read it as mikeymegamega. A game that I spent most of my life on would be the block game Minecraft. I just couldn't beat it. Pixel Man, I love how you've called it that block game, just in case I didn't know what Minecraft was. Oh, you're one of those people. Absolutely fine. And yeah, loads of people read my name because it's all together with no spaces as Mikey Me Game Gar and stuff like that. People are just like, what is going on? Just rubbing my eyes again. You can't tell, guys, but I'm just... that's lovely. I'm just going to put my glasses back on. Excellent. I always keep you guys up to date with what's going on with my face and what part of it I'm rubbing. That sounds so bad. Infamous Sminer says, yo, Mikey, when are you going to draw the OC from Mino? Infamous Sminer, much sooner than later. I actually had to wait. I'm going to put up a post shortly, actually. I should put up that post today or tomorrow. Just saying that I'm not taking any more entries and I'm going to be picking the winner. But before I could post in relation to that, I actually had to send a copy of this is what I'm going to post over to Amino as part of my contract with them. And they just took ages to get back to me and literally just say yeah, that's fine. But I had to hear back from them first before I was allowed to actually say that we've wrapped up that competition. So yeah, don't worry, I'm going to be nice and clear and I'm going to shout quite loudly about that. Maybe, in fact, it's going to be the next stuff I'm going to be streaming live on Twitch. In fact, it probably have to be if I'm going to get it done for this weekend. We might push back to next weekend as well. Don't worry about it. Cub Awesome says, for Game Crush is a mouse clicker dating sim. It's not like most dating sims. You can't get a bad ending, and I don't like that. But for some reason, I can't stop playing it. Cub Awesome. It sounds like the kind of game that I never want to play. Thank you so much. And Kimberly Ent says, first off, I think your art is amazing. Kimberly, thank you so much. It's very kind. And the way you explain it makes it so clear. I've got a question. Well, go ahead. Would you please draw a simple, easy albedo from Overlord? I really love her design and you're so good, and when you explain the building blocks works out. I really like your take on it. Thanks in advance. God, yeah, you know what? Draw Simple Easy. It's not like dead or anything, but it's certainly dormant, because I did that a lot before, and that was like my Monday slot, before unboxing reviews took over. And I've got nothing else to say apparently. But basically, yeah, I should come back to that. I've got a number of requests to come back to that as well. Sorry, I'm not focused at all, and I keep going back to that big mug of tea. Yeah, thank you very much for reminding me though. Maybe we do need to breathe some life back in it. And Albedo from Overlord, my goodness, has she been requested a lot. Glass Fuhr says offline based games which you play alone are Final Fantasy Tactics A2, 920 hours! 920 hours! Oh my god, Glass, I'm not here to shame, but Jesus, that is impressive. Game number 2, Monster Hunter 4, 640 plus! You've got 3 characters, and you've done about, oh, Jesus, 200 each. Game number 3, the Yugioh trading card game. You have no idea, but you played with it most of your childhood, but you can't find anyone who wants to play with me, Jesus. And online games, oh god, 8,000 plus hours in League of Legends, 1,548 hours in CSGO. Basically, dude, I'm not going to read all of these, but Jesus, like if we add up all these hours, like you've listed so many games. And that's just a short list, you say, that you remember quite well, even with my current lack of concentration because it's way too hot and I can't find any sleep. Whoever's been reading that, thanks for reading. Glass Fuhr, I did skip the end bit because it was way too long, but the hours are incredible. Like, you've listed some big numbers in here, Jesus. Andrew Otaku says, hello Mikey, awesome work once again. Thank you very much, dude. Your videos have helped me greatly with constructing and designing characters, but as of late I've been struggling to really enjoy my work. It feels no matter how many times I draw figures they don't look right. Have you had this issue, and if you had, did you ever get over it? On another note, my last game I remember putting more than 100 hours in was Bravely Default. Oh, not heard of that one. Yep, absolutely, dude. Who doesn't get fed up with their artwork or think it's not working for a bit? Best thing I can say is walk away from it, leave it, don't do it, don't stress, look at other art you really like, and then come back to it on a different day. That's exactly what I did with this one. Focusing on a wet t-shirt, trying to draw Danny ROC, I couldn't quite get it to look right, and I couldn't quite understand why, and eventually I was like, look, you know what, this whole expression isn't working. A completely fresh day, completely fresh attitude, a completely erased the face, and just drew it all in again and felt way better about the entire process. So yeah, walk away, come back. Guys, I'm going to do my best to pick up the pace because I'm realising that I've barely scratched the surface of the comments on this episode. We've had like over 220, which is almost double the average, I think. So shit, basically, on my behalf. I'm going to have to just pick up. Quick Lava says, hey Mikey, hello Quick Lava. One question, the single game that consumed most of my life is probably Destiny. You know what? I was never interested in that, and I'm still not. Nothing about that game looks interesting to me. I'm so sorry. I logged something like 300 hours in about a year and a half. Jesus Christ. Playing almost exclusively on weekends with my buddy Adam. One late night escapade will always be something I look back on fondly. Yeah, do you know, I'm loving the fact that there's always a bit of a story with you guys in relation to this video game situation. Obviously, I've mentioned before about going to my own next door neighbours just to watch him play Final Fantasy VII until I eventually had enough money. I got a second-hand PlayStation 1 off a friend from school that he thought it was broken, but I fixed it, even though it was still kind of fucked. And I rented Final Fantasy VII from Blockbusters and just played it and then re-rented it. Ah, that was all I could do. That was all my monies. Jesus, I loved it. Anyway, you look back on them fondly, murdering our way across the solar system in the name of fashion. Fashion! Oh, now I am interested in Destiny all of a sudden. There's Destiny's 2 out now, right? And I think Destiny 1 got like it didn't look exciting to me, and then I think it managed to just not focus on anything. Like, it looked so middle of the road, it just didn't look that interesting, and I think it was so middle of the road that it got loads of like odd reviews where people were just like, actually it's not that amazing. Basically, I'm just trying to argue my point of not having watched Destiny yet, as if for some reason it needs to be argued when of course it doesn't. Tony Torres says, Mikey! Hello Tony, how the flip are you? Not too bad, dude, how you doing? Red Dead Redemption. Ooh, I've heard a lot about that. I've played that very briefly, but not committed to it. Guys, am I going to fit in Red Dead Redemption before the new one comes out, or are we just going to play the new one instead? Okami and Final Fantasy VII were my vices. Yeah, dude, tell me about it. Because that replay value is so hype. As a response to your question several DWMs ago, check out John Schnepp for his work with Metaocalypse. Venture Brothers, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and Marvel Knights animation for the Black Panther. He recently passed away, but I do think you'd like his stuff. Thank you, Tony. I'm just gonna... Oh, I've messed it up. Control-C, Control-V. Hashtag Hardcore Crew, hashtag Sip That Drank. Oh my god. Dranked and sipped accordingly. Draggy Flame says, I've put over 2,000 hours on TF2. Okay, man, you've got lovely Team Fortress crowd, don't you? But I've recently started playing League, and that's probably going to take over some time. Yeah, so I hear. I keep seeing these League of Legends adverts. Guys, there's only 2 adverts that turn up for me on YouTube. Wait, no, there's 3. There's 3. The first one's a guy that's just like, my name's Adam and I'm going to teach you amazing art on Udemy. I'm going to give you the skills that you need to something. Drawing is the most important skill that you can have in art. And then the other guy is like, hey, your skill set would be great if you used Adobe Premiere as well or something like that. And he always wants to teach me a course. Wait, what am I talking about? Last one. Oh my god, the last one, you know what, I've literally, my mind has wandered whilst I was talking just then. That's really fucking bad. Let's see if I can reset it and have a sip of tea. Didn't help at all. Anyway, he recently passed away, but I think you would like his stuff. Thank you very much. I will have to have a look. Why do I feel that there was a thing in the back of my mind? Something about adverts. What was the third advert that I'm always seeing on YouTube? I've forgotten. I've remembered 2 of them. And literally, as I was talking, I forgot the third one. And the third one was a point, whatever that point was. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm so sorry, guys. It's me, myself, says I played Overwatch so much when it came out that I eventually got sick of it and stopped playing for 2 years, but now I've kicked back in. Good for you. And Absolver really took up a lot of your time as well. Equesta Deventa Soccer says, there was a girl. I know, there's always a girl. It's basic statistics. This lady likes street racing and Gallagher. Yes, I'm that old. So I like street racing, but that wasn't enough. So Gallagher took up a good bit of my youth. All for the street racing and Gallagher challenges, which the lady shrouded in mystery to me. Oh, I see. A girl got you into the vibe. Oh my goodness, that's so curious. Rivenstone says, hey Mikey. Hello, Rivenstone. To answer that game, I've spent the most of my time would be Perfect World. Mostly on a private server, but also on the International Perfect World one as well. I've never heard of this game, dude. Really? I used to love it because we had to amazing guild in that game, but after several server wipeouts, I grew tired of it. Yeah, that would kill it off, I'm sure. Some of the guild members left, the game didn't offer anything rewarding, and it's lost its spark. Boo! The Long Dark is the one that you're currently playing, and you absolutely love it, with all its snowy, deadly ravines and surprises. Oh my goodness. Plo says, a game that took most of my life definitely is an MMO called Elseworld. It's not a good game by any stretch of a word, but I love it anyway. The game doesn't have a game time counter, but I'm sure I spent about 3k hours. Jesus! I also met some good friends, which is always nice. That is always nice indeed. Corrupted Whimsy says, hope you're doing good. Not too bad, Corrupted. I'm just trying to pick up the pace in the old comments and get on that old focus. I still can't remember what that third advert that I was going to complain about. Udemy. Skillshare. And there was one more. Oh god, that was it! I was going to talk about League. Guys, I'm so sorry. Yeah, League of Legends. League of Bloody Legends. At least they've got like a different person animating it. Every time. So they've obviously doled out loads of monies to YouTube animators and got them all to make their own versions of a League of Legends advert, which is great. But you know, I don't need to keep seeing that shit. And I don't use adblock because I like supporting YouTube channels that I follow. Because, you know, we need all the pennies we can because you don't get much out of YouTube. But it does mean I sit through loads of adverts where I'm just like, oh, this is why people get ad block. I understand, but I'm committed to being good like that. Vic Villanueva says, hey Mikey. Hello Vic. In the early stages of my life, Spyro the Dragon series. Wow, you know, I never played Spyro, but I recently watched somebody do a Let's Play on him. Anyway, it kept me busy, and for a lot of time, the Hitman series, Red Dead Redemption, Skyrim, and nowadays, although my life is consumed with Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, I don't really care for FPSs because I tend to be horrible at them. Me too. But for whatever reason, I'm natural at Siege. Anyway, holy shit, 5 more DWMs until 100. 4 after you read this, you are correct. I've been watching and listening since the late 50s. Brilliant. And I think I haven't missed one since, but I've recently begun commenting on your DWMs. Really enjoy your content. Keep it up. Hashtag Hardcore Crew. Hashtag Sipper Vic Villanueva. I'm going to make sure that I don't read another paragraph as long as yours, but thank you so much for all of the kind words, nonetheless. Happens Maker, it's Rocket League for you, over 1,000 hours of playtime. Jesus. And Duke of Dreams says, I love the Monster Hunter Chan and the Aladdin looking Palico. Thank you very much. Yeah, you can import real pictures of images and stuff like textures. I often find it's quite helpful. Although I definitely did it way more heavy-handedly last episode than I usually do for, air quotes, good art or, finished stuff. Anyway, Nier Automata, you're on Route B right now and you're still only halfway through it. COD, Destiny, Persona 5. Okay, you've got a great selection, dude. I'll have to get involved with a lot of them. And Dark Blood, Fato Hermanus, the Mass Effect... Oh, dude, you say. The Mass Effect trilogy, hands down. I've played Mass Effect 1 to completion. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoy where the plot went with that game. I was very surprised and very, very happy about it. I will give the other two a try in good time, but, we've got a lot of games to get through at the moment. Anyway, you do a Watch Me Draw commentary on the channel, because, of course, you did. It's quite severe. I'm convinced my wife is getting legal advice to have it legally declared as an affair. Oh, you and your time on your comic, or your fan art comic. Oh, my goodness. Jesus, she caught you doing something over the page that we don't want to hear about. Anyway, how to draw sexy face tongue eyes, asked Mini Gamer Guy. Dude, are you asking about... It's called Ahego, isn't it? Ahego faces. So yeah, maybe we'll get there in the future. And Dread Mirror says, hello there, Mikey. Hello there, Dread. I'll be for sure supporting you on Patreon as I sort out my own messed up life. Oh, don't worry about it, dude. Only do Patreon if you can afford it. It helps me out, but don't stress. Anyway, Final Fantasy 12 is where I've spent the most time in. About 450 to 500 hours. I've lost track already. You know what? Final Fantasy 12 is a game where I loved the design. I loved how minimalistic the music was. Normally I'm into like music that really is part of it, but I found it in 12 the music was just really light, bright background accompaniment to what is mostly a light, bright game. So I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed the battle system. I really enjoyed building up my battle system option so that later in the game it's almost autopiloting. I loved the dungeon designs. I loved the color themes. I was pretty happy with the monster designs. The world was beautiful. I can't really remember the plot, and I can't, other than a couple of them, really remember what any of the characters look like. And I don't really care what happened in that game. So like Final Fantasy 12 was really nice. I really think it's a strong one, except for the fact of the story. I don't remember that being particularly engaging. And yeah, I didn't find the characters particularly interesting either. Obviously there's a guy who's the ex, the guy of the airship and the bunny girl. But I don't really remember anybody else. Anyway, guys, I'm so sorry. This is such a scatty episode. Let me get back to things. The Sims still eats up most of my life. Oh, Hashu or Heishu. That's incredible to hear. God, people still play The Sims on Twitch. I don't even open these streams because I don't get it. I've never played The Sims, which is obviously therefore I can't really have an opinion on it, but I honestly don't get it. I know it's super popular and people love that shit, but I've just never tried it. I've never been bitten by the bug. Dread Mirror, did I miss what else you were saying? Anyway, you looted everything and you got all the stuff. Yeah, but you can't loot that one. So here's a fucked up thing in Final Fantasy 12, right? If you want to get everybody's ultimate weapon, there is basically in the beginning of the game, and there's no indicator whatsoever. Like usually in the game, if you want to get an ultimate weapon, you have to do A, B, and C, and like you get one opportunity at some point to do this. In Final Fantasy 12. There is a bit where you're going through, like, I think a palace in the beginning as one of the characters, and you can pick up loads of stuff from loads of items throughout the whole palace, and there's this one room full of jars, and basically, to get the ultimate weapon later in the game, you simply have to know not to search one of the jars. Like, that's literally one of the key things. Like, if you search this one jar early on in the game, you can't get the ultimate weapon later on in the game. How fucked up is that? I get it if, like, you go near the jar and it's sort of, there's some text that says, oh, it has dark portents, or a character goes, be careful not to touch anything in this room because you'll be labelled as a thief and you won't get something later. But you get nothing at all. That is the weirdest fucking thing. Am I remembering that right? Because I spent a lot of time in 12 doing that thing where you get a really powerful sword really early on in the game by luring a mimic or something, or this weird hopping creature out of the mines. You get it to follow you to the very edge of the loading screen of that section of the map, and because it's so powerful it can kill you, so you go off of that section of the map and you split back in, and it waits for you by the edge so that you can basically split into the new loaded map area that drops you straight into a battle, and you can make your very first action in that battle. You attempt to steal something, I think it's like the sword, and the moment that fails, you leave that area of the map to cancel out the battle, otherwise it will hit you back and you die because it's so strong. And you just have to keep doing that, and you've got like a 1 in something mental like a 1 in 60 chance of stealing the weapon. So you have to lure it every time and then flick in and out of a battle. I did it loads. I got 3 of these swords and I fucking smashed the shit out of the rest of Final Fantasy 12. Totally worth it. But as for those other bits, yeah, I honestly can't remember too much of it, other than it was great and it was really, really bright. Guys, I've gone on a ramble about 12 when I'm supposed to be reading your comments. I'm kicking myself this episode, but I'm definitely constantly distracted. What are you going to do about it, eh? What are you going to do? Let's have some tea. Is this hubris, guys? Is this the point where people are just like... Because you know how... I realise I'm not reading your comments again. You know how people are just like, oh, the day the Simpsons died was that episode in season 8 where Skinner turned out not to be Skinner and stuff like that? Is this the DWM, the day the DWMs died? Too much hubris. That one where Mikey just ended up rambling to himself, not like he's never done that before, instead of reading our comments. And that was the day that we all lost faith in the DWM system. Oh no! Don't worry, guys, it's not. I don't believe it is for a moment. But... it could be, you know what I mean? It could be. We have to be self-aware in our DWMs. Culture Tyrant says Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic. That was the one I spent ages on. Excellent. And you've also been drawing a lot of Batman-related fan art and Cassandra Cain art. Excellent, dude. Let's have a quick... I'm just doing a little bit of scrolling and looking now, guys. Oh, God, because there's loads of... Okay. I'm actually just going to scroll right down. I'm going to load up an entirely different section of comments. I don't want to keep reading from the top. I do like to mix up what order I display your comments in when I read them in these episodes, just so we catch a load of randoms as well. Mal Majal says, a game that got me was Dark Souls 3. Yep, that's always a long one, dude. And let's have a quick look. Julian Cancola says, how do you study realism? Do you just get a photograph of someone's face and copy it? I'd really appreciate any advice. Also loved drawing as you did. I'm going to say things like Loomis and Bridgman. Look them up. They make books. And also Michael Hampton's figure drawing design and invention, Julian. They are my strongest recommendations for you in studying forms of the face and human stuff in general. League of Legends has you hooked, says Corrupted Whimsy. Unfortunately, it sucked up 4 years of my life. Oh my god. Do fan art for Skullgirls. I love the art style and I'd love to see your take on it. Freddy Fresh, thank you very much. Hello to you. I'll look that up, not right now because we're out of time, but I will look them up later. Skullgirls, no, I'm thinking of Suicide Girls. That's completely different. Hello from Brazil, says Gilberto Gomez. Skyrim is the one I've played for over 2,000 hours, followed by Minecraft, Borderlands 2, and Pokemon Omega Ruby. They're running out of colours. Bloody hell. Gore Kill Nacho Vidal, I'm very bi-curious about your Patreon content, but my body's not ready, don't worry about it, dude. Tom C, hello dude, says World of Warcraft, Diablo 2, Skyrim, Diablo 3, Hearthstone, and Warcraft 3. You are indeed such a Blizzard fanboy. 150 plus hours on Monster Hunter is really addicting for a realistic 2442. And have you ever seen Seven Deadly Sins, says Arcade Frog. I have indeed. Nanatsu no Taizai. Guys, a lot of you are saying Monster Hunter. Like various Monster Hunter titles in here. That's what's really just stolen a lot of your lives. Should I be careful about Monster Hunter World? Nah, we're going to give it a play anyway. What document size do you use for your art? Kingston Steel. If I'm doing digital art, the chances are that I'm working on an A3 size sheet of paper at 300 DPI. Can you learn to draw lollies? Learn? Oh, teach. Can you teach to draw? Eileen Cooper. Oh fuck, Eileen Cooper. We've done children, but I don't want to do lollies if you mean like, you know, sexualized children, because that's like a completely different, that's a different grey poupon, do you know what I mean? It's a different paste to spread onto your bread, and that's not really what I want to spread on this channel. Dane Bang says, I have thousands of hours on Team Fortress 2, way too much of my life playing that game. Oh my Jesus God. Oh my god, I'm just scrolling through so many games and with so many lists of hours. Oh my god. Horizon Williams, yes, DWM episode 95. I was just getting done with another video, saw this and was like, yes, pull me through, my dude. Another awesome drawing once again. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, good man. I do appreciate it. I don't know if it counts, but I played Dragon Ball Z Raging Blast 2 so much that I could fight the computer characters literally with my eyes closed. Holy shit. Hearthstone, I hate and love the game at the same time. REBD, yes, I've played Hearthstone on the tablet, and that game is really addictive and really quite fun as well. Pokemon Kingdom Hearts Hack and Vindicatus, or Vindicatus, says Slippy Quack. Oh my goodness, another heavy hitter. And oh god, a whole load of oh shit guys, yeah, a load of comments are just loading up again. Let's just, Oh, scroll down. Oh, shit. Okay, guys, right. I'm doing a lot of scrolling and jumping down. Kaz Gaming says, Bloodborne is... Oh, it's because Alistair. Bloodborne is my game that I was absolutely amazing at. I was playing it. And also, Mikey never came back from Monster Hunter stream. Oh, yeah, that was last week. Don't worry about it. Okay, so Bloodborne. That's another one that I do want to give a go to. Mikali Tendene says, please.comments.drink.cup.early grey. What? Is that like Earl Grey stroke early comment all at the same time? I'm assuming there's some sort of drink your tea command in there. And Pokemon and Yugioh says Kate Robinkoff as well. This is just completely devolved, guys, into me scrolling down through the comments, shouting out the names of games, and then shouting out who said the name of the game. Bit of a longer one from Dragon Lore Studios. Monster Hunter and Pokemon, basically the ones that devoured most of your life. Easily over 10,000 hours each. Jesus. Ender Zandarion is Tekken. Nice. Do like a bit of Tekken around here. And Adistopolis GT has just done a smiling face with some hearts. Thank you very, very much. Okay. Black Delia MRD says a cat is so cute. Thank you very much, dude. Yeah, the Palico. And as mentioned, we're probably going to have to draw her again. I've got also loads of copies of your suggestions for these video games, but of course, other suggestions as well. So, did we... Oh shit, did we come up with a thing at the very beginning of this episode, guys? Did I ask you questions right at the start? Oh, here's a completely side thing, guys. I think we're going to make... As part of me, the other OC character, the one that isn't Danny Elfman, Victoria on the top. Victoria! She's Lashan. And I'm starting to think maybe we can make her English instead. Would it be completely wrong to change the nationality of a character? Instead of Victoria with a K, just call her Victoria instead? I honestly don't know, but I kind of think that we might be doing that. But that's a completely different side thing for another time. Red Dead Redemption, says Colton Chapman. Definitely, I can't wait for the sequel. This is it, right? When's that sequel coming out? Because I feel like I'm going to be a Red Dead boyo, but I don't know if I should be an old Red Dead boyo and start from the PlayStation 3 vibe, or just hit into that PS4 vibe, like Rockstar Games. They know what they're doing, right? World of Warcraft took me 9 years. Put him to Kani. I'm pretty confident I'm never going to play World of Warcraft. It's not that I've got anything against it. It's just that I know that it's so big and it's so popular, and it's so... And I'm not saying like it's over, because I know people are playing it. It's had that new expansion and it's more popular than ever probably. But in my mind, for like the magic is gone. I haven't experienced any of it for myself, but I just feel like it's done. I don't want to ride that particular wave because the wave crest is over. But weirdly, it makes me really open-minded for every other alternative RPG that's out there, because I'm a bit of a guy who just won't play the most obvious thing. I won't do the most obvious good idea. I'll always do the second most obvious good idea, which is always a bad idea for living your life, but it is how I've gotten to where I am. Oh, I'm just burping up tea again. Anyway, guys, this is all just kind of completely de-evolved into a bit of a rambling thing. So, yeah, I've got loads and loads of your comments that basically say, like, so many Team Fortress, so many battle cries. Lunatic says, "Hi, Mikey, reading this, you're now obliged to tell us a good joke on the spot." Lunatic! Shit. What did the sea say when I left the beach? Nothing. It just waved. There you go. That's the best I've got off the top of my head. Oh wait, another one asking after my document sizes. My goodness, A3. Don't worry about it, guys. Can you upload a tutorial on how to draw an anime face in front, 3/4 and side view, please? Beginner art. I've literally already done that twice, so you know, just have a look in your tutorials playlist. An internet flash game, says Vivaldi, that I've spent countless hours on. But to be honest, I'm currently feeding my life into Overwatch. Don't forget to take a sip. Of course I will. Monkey Love for Swedish, thank you very much. I'm going to keep up my comment reading streak. You've kept it up again. Love your voice and your face. Love your faces. Guys, thank you so much. And yeah, look, it's most of you guys just still saying the Monster Hunter series. So many Monster Hunter comments. And Pokemon. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, thank you so much for all joining in and reading your way through. It's been greatly appreciated. Guys, I think we're going to wrap up there, just because... Oh, The Legend of Zelda. God, you know what? I was about to say we're going to wrap up there, because there's nothing new going on in the chat. Like, all of your comments are the same answers. Not that I'm saying that you guys are to blame. It's definitely me. But, yeah, I was just looking and scrolling to see if we actually had any different ones. We do. from J Vess is Bless, or J Vess is Blaze, says, The Legend of Zelda honestly took up most of my life from watching my brother play and play OOT. Ocarina of Time. Oh, fuck. Literally, I was like, OOT. What does that fucking mean? Of course it's Ocarina of Time. And Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask, I've not... That was the one I was just bitching about at the beginning of the episode for the expansion pack situation. However, I'm looking at Let's Plays, fan art, and trying to get the games, having a weird obsession with Link, but I was really weird back then even. By the way, can you draw Impa? I love her so much. Impa? I-M-P-A. From Zelda. Let's have a quick look. Impa. Oh, right. She's the, she's like Princess Zelda's bodyguard. She's from the... I want to say the Gerudo people, the Gerudo, you know, the same place Ganon's from. Interesting. I do actually quite like her as a character as well. That's a very good suggestion. Thank you very much. Any tips, Mikey, says Brandon Flores. Hello there. On drawing two people on the same page whilst keeping the proportions accurate, can you do a tutorial on that? I guess we'll have to at some time. And I think Bojack D, in the last comment, says that I instead will give you a tabletop game I still play even though it's not a video game. Dungeons and Dragons 3.5 edition and Pathfinder because it's similar to D&D. It's one of the strongest things guiding me to learning manga sketching in the first place. Wow, a D&D that led you into the world of manga. That is very interesting, dude. I'll have to come back to that, I think, Bojack, and you'll have to give me some more knowledge. But, guys, thank you so much as ever. Again, did I come up with a question? I felt like that was a thing and I couldn't quite remember. But I guess it has completely escaped me. We're going to have some quiet time, guys. I'm going to genuinely try to remember a question and think it up. And then maybe like insert it into the very beginning of the episode. No, that'd be really weird. Dum 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 dum. It's do you guys know that music from Final Fantasy VII where anyone's playing around on stage and it's just got this like really simple music? That's what's going on in my head while I'm trying to think up a question. It's not that I'm trying to think one up. I'm trying to remember one that I thought I had at the beginning of the episode just before I started reading. It was something in relation to all of your suggestions about fantastic video games, but I guess it's lost to time. Guys, just let me know what tutorials you want to see, you know, the usual stuff. I'll just end it with that, basically. Oh, guys, because obviously I've been putting that push on to Patreon. We've had loads of new people join. Thank you so much. That is fucking incredible. That's great. We've smashed, actually, all of our Patreon targets that I ever put on there, which is really surprising. I know loads of them are going to disappear. I'm going to do my best to try to lure you in and keep you guys for a further month by showing you some interesting stuff. I'll do the first couple pages of this month and the next couple pages of next month. That'll be a good link. But basically, it's my way of saying, or introducing the fact, I'm going to read way more names right now that is going to be scrolling up on your screen, just because we've had so many new joiners, and I only really update the list once or twice a month. So let me say a great big thank you to Sambia M, Sergio H, Purity Rain, Michael C27, Brandon S, Dante Norm, Mr. Mooney, Some Weeb, Nezreen B, Antonio M, Joji, Daniel J, Elvin, Shisho, Michael S, Aaron B, Delivery Wolf, Jason W, Alex B, Zero, Demal, Maximus, Cubble Bum. Oh, Cuddlebum, let's try it even like that. My voice is going. For Travelling Wolf, Richard S, Joe R, Mad Duck, Garrett C, Ryder2KX. It's all rolling off my tongue now, I know these guys. Michael S, Trent H, Jorgen A, Luke C, Johnny T, Connor M, Julio Felix O, Rob, Kamari J, Jamie, Cache Commando, Mizzino, Grizzly, Mr. Turtle, Matthew G, Simon B, Gareth, Taylor S, Kenneth J H, Hamongji L, Angry H, Angry Hermit, Johnny Y, Ollie, Garrett, Immoral Muffin, Christian L, Tokiko K, Timothy B, Minion715, Ken E, Wendell S, Sahaki, Fatness, Kurt D, Natasha G, and LMA Gamer, amongst many, many more. Thank you so much for your continued support on Patreon. That has, like, it's really just blown out the water, and I'm so grateful. But again, that is going to drop down massively once people kind of leave at the end of the month. So, you know, I'm aware of that. You kind of get prepared for the bad as much as you take the good, but it has been so good recently, and that's just fucking awesome having all of you guys in. Thank you so much. You are the only reason that the YouTube stuff that I do is actually able to be done, and if anybody is curious and hasn't clicked, you've got until the end of the month before you miss out. Yeah, that's, you know what, like, after we nailed it, this is wrap up time with Mikey. Wrap up time. After we nailed it with that thing that was hanging over my head that I couldn't quite remember, and then it was about you guys telling me about the art software. The entire time that I've been recording this episode, I've still had on my mind a little something else that has just kind of snuck in on the second half, because I was completely satisfied we got the answer that I personally wanted, like, you know, what's that annoying thing niggling me? And I think I just developed another thing. I missed something in a comment and it's bugged me the whole way, but I'll only find out by playing it back. You guys have a bloody lovely week, and of course I'll see you next time. Take care.